All right, so in this video, you see me preparing a lunch that I prepared maybe about a week ago. I had some leftover spaghetti sauce, and I just got some, let's see, spinach, bell pepper, onion, um, mushrooms, and I think that's it. And I combined it with the sauce, and then with instead of noodles, I bought some zucchini, and so I sauteed those up to kind of serve as my base. It's good. It was good. So you can watch me preparing that here in this video, and I also wanted to share something that kind of came to me today. So I saw a video of a lady um, doing martial arts, and it was a lady who appeared to be maybe middle aged. It was called senior martial arts or whatever, and I guess she was kind of demonstrating form or something like that. And first of all, I was thrilled. I was very thrilled by that, just to see somebody, doing that at that age. You usually associate martial arts with like activity that parents will put their, kids into and whatnot for self defense and just extracurricular value. And that's great. So it's cool to see, examples of people who are doing that stuff, and they never stop. They can continue to do it. The lady was a black belt, and so I shared that post on social media just because I always kind of like to promote those type of things that show an aspect of healthy living in a way that kind of challenges the status quo. Something that people don't usually expect in normal life. Because let's face it, y'all, like what we tend to associate getting older with is just deterioration and losing ability to do different kinds of things and whatnot. And that, as I've said many times before, is largely a byproduct of how we've been educated by our society. Our society makes us feel like that's how things happen. That as you get older, you wear down and things don't and won't work like they used to, and you become more and more dependent on the healthcare system. But it's people like that lady and various other people who show that our model and our idea of aging are extremely flawed, extremely wrong. And but that's not exactly what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is it brought to my mind a scripture, a couple of snippets of scripture from the Bible. One of them is it's a story when Jesus has been crucified, but he also has risen, and the disciples, at least most of them, did not know, and they were locked in a room, I guess, kind of hiding away. And a couple of, I think, other disciples kind of came back and said they had seen Jesus risen, and most of them in the room, the others in the room, didn't really believe. But then Jesus appeared to them, and he convinced them that he was real and that he indeed had risen. And he said something that I kind of want to harp on here. He said, "You have seen and have believed. Blessed are they who have not seen and yet still believe." And to me, it really kind of harps on what it means to have faith for something. And I'm talking about this in a health standpoint. There's a lot of people, a lot of us, and I'm including myself in there, a lot of us, we have canceled ourselves out of various things because we're older or certain life circumstances are different, and those situations they don't have to hold us back. But my point is, I was thinking about how in me sharing the video of that lady doing martial arts, that could be a spark for somebody to be like, okay, I have to kind of get on it. I have no more excuses. However, what I want to challenge you to do is, as it pertains to your health, understand that you don't need proof of somebody else doing what you in your heart want to accomplish as far as your health is concerned. Really, your life for that matter, really. Um, and it's not like it's bad if you see something and then it actually helps you to believe. It's not bad. It's just that, it's an even higher level, so to speak, of faith and a higher level of cool, I guess, to not have to see somebody else doing something or experiencing something for you to believe. And I think a lot of us kind of, because we've been so programmed with our society's view of health and well-being and you know the definition of aging, we don't dream anymore. We just kind of write ourselves off. But I want to challenge you, and I'm always going to be one to kind of try to share examples as I see them. But I also want to challenge you, even if you have not seen somebody, for example, overcoming some sort of illness or experiencing a certain type of strength, physique, whatever, at the age that you're at or in the state that you're in, don't let don't let you not seeing an example of that be something to make you feel like you are exempt or you can't do it. You can. And I've heard who is it, Earl, I want to say Earl Nightingale, say something to this effect, that you having the desire for something in your mind is evidence that it's possible. So like, for example, say that you were a star basketball player in high school. I mean, you were great, and that was when you were in your best shape, or college, or whatever you want to, say. And you kind of look at those days as the glory days. If you wanted to be back like that, you could. You could. Again, what society has told you about what you're able to do at your age is wrong. It's wrong, and it kind of, like, honestly, it kind of leads to you getting caught up in the systems that keep you dependent as you age. It's possible if you actually desire that. So keep that in mind. Understand that you can get back to where you were previously, and you can go beyond that. You can be in absolute excellent shape now. As you get older, especially however long you've been out of shape, obviously you're not going to be able to necessarily just jump right back into things as you did, when you were younger, where you didn't have to stretch or you didn't have to warm up or anything like that. You got to stretch, you got to warm up as you get older, because things do change. Younger people are growing and changing so fast, they're a lot more pliable and fresh and whatnot, but you need to warm up. However, so I mean, I guess what I mean to say is approach with wisdom, approach slowly, but nonetheless approach it, and go ahead and go after what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Do it because, again, the fact that you even have the desire for a higher level of health, a higher level of well-being, even if you haven't seen it in your family, whatever, the fact that you have that is evidence in and of itself that it's possible. So even if you don't see it in the physical world, understand you can have that. Now, if you don't believe you can have that, then there you go. You have what you believe. That's really a lot of what the Bible talks about anyway. It's amazing to me. If you don't believe that you can achieve that, oh, those are the days when I was, if that's your mindset, then fine. But the only reason that that's all that you'll have is because that's what you believe for. So please understand that you don't have to, even though I think it's great to see and then believe, you don't have to see it. All you have to do is want it and just believe that it's possible. Okay. So hopefully this helps somebody out there.